Your success and how far you go in life depends on how creative and innovative you are in solving problems. And how creative and innovative you are depends on how you use your subconscious mind. Unfortunately, a lot of people are not able to harness the creative power of their mind. Just like the way one man has been able to use his mind to build a city like Dubai in 50 years. Just like the way someone has used his mind to create Facebook that we are all enjoying. Just like the way someone has used his mind to create the smartphone that you are using to watch this video. Just like the way someone has been able to use his mind to create YouTube, to create Google, to create smart companies that are solving the problems of the world today. You can also use your mind to do something incredibly wonderful that can solve the problems of the world. And as I said, most people don't know how the mind works, and that's why they are not able to harness the power to achieve great things. And I know you are about to stop to scroll down and stop watching this video, but please cling to the end because you are going to learn 5 incredible secrets that will help you to harness the creative power of your subconscious mind and be able to achieve a lot than you ever thought possible. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Yeah, so let's go into the details. Point number 1 of the things that you can do in order to harness the creative power of your mind is to have a place for thinking. More often than not, you see, the brain or the mind, the brain and the mind is in such a way that they need concentration. When you concentrate on one particular thing, your mind is able to become creative and come out with innovative solutions. And my additional advice is that think on paper. So have a place for thinking and think on paper. You see, every day our mind produces thousands of ideas, but the average lifespan of an idea is 10 minutes. When the mind produces an idea that you don't write it down, within 10 minutes you are going to forget it and it may be forever. That is why you should have a place for thinking. In fact, if you have a habit of always going to a particular place to think, when you go to that particular place, your mind naturally come up with ideas. So I know how the places that my mind is good at thinking and bringing out good ideas. So I have a place for thinking. And some of the places I think that one is my office. I think at my office. I have a library in the house where I also sit there to think. When I'm at home, midnight, when I get up and the place is very cold and I'm sitting down and thinking, that I am able to become very innovative. I come up with new ideas that when I spend 1 hour to think, I will get more ideas than 5 or 6 hours in the daytime. So have a place for thinking. One of the places that you can think well is either your library or maybe your hall, if at very quiet times where there is no noise. So especially in the night is very good for thinking. So if you can wake up night and always sit down and think about your life, you will see that you're going to come up with very powerful ideas. So I also have places like my mind gets stimulated, especially when I'm in church during worship times, especially when they are singing and the songs are moving, and then the Holy Spirit touches and gives me ideas that I'm able to come out and do things that under normal circumstances I'm not able to get those ideas. So you should know everyone might work differently, but there are certain areas. Some people think well in the bathroom when they're about to bath. Some people, when they're in a car, they're able to come up with innovative ideas. So depending on your situation, know where your mind is able to produce ideas. Some people can go to a football park. Some people can go under a tree, sit down and think. Albert Einstein used to think in a laboratory. Isaac Newton used to think under a tree. There are a lot of other examples or places you can go to think. So you, depending on which works best for you, you should have a place for thinking and write. Anytime you are thinking, have a pen and then a book where you will jot down your most important ideas. Even sometimes when I'm in church and ideas come, they could even be maybe doing worship songs or anything. People will be standing, but they will see me writing even as I am standing, or I will be sitting and I'll be writing. It is not because I'm not fully taking part, but when God drops an idea into your mind and you don't write it, you are going to forget. So write. Writing is very important. Think. Even when you are thinking to solve a particular problem, when you are thinking for solutions to a particular problem, have a place where you will think and think everything on paper. So you should think on paper. Okay, so that's the number one. Number two is the environment. The environment where you live can stimulate you to think or not. So most often than not, if you live in a very clumsy environment, which is very noisy, and in the night where everyone is playing music and jams and all that, you hardly find it easy to think. But if you live in a very serene environment, very neat environment, very nice environment, you see, your brain gets stimulated. Your mind is able to create, your subconscious mind gets stimulated when the environment is very serene, very beautiful. You are able to come up with very creative ideas. So because of that, I moved from where I used to stay, and for the past 2 years, I live in one of the best estates where I am able to at least my life, I'm able to associate with good people. I am able to see a lot of good things. I am able to see nice buildings. I have very nice and serene environment. All those things alone motivate me. So your environment can be good or bad to your situation. I'm not saying that if you don't have the money, you should go and rent in a very expensive area. But what I'm saying is that it should be your goal to also live in a very nice area. And even when you live in those environments alone, your mind, because of what you see and because of what people have, you yourself is going to become even more innovative to create something bigger. So the environment is one of them. Okay, the third one is reading. In order to stimulate your subconscious mind to think well, you need to read. You need to read. Reading is the ultimate source of ideas. So the more you read, the more your subconscious mind takes ideas from place. It will be able to gather little ideas from different sources, put them together, and you come up with an idea that no one has thought before. So read. That is why I have the goal of reading at least one book a week. And I have stuck to that goal for the past 3 years. And though sometimes I'm not able to follow it, but most of the time I follow it, and it has been helping me a lot. And as I even forgot to explain about the subconscious mind in the beginning, some people may be wondering, what is all this subconscious mind he's talking about? The subconscious mind is that part of the mind that controls your unconscious activities, such as breathing, such as blinking, and other unconscious activities you do without knowing. Your habits are controlled by the subconscious mind. Things that you do without planning are controlled by your subconscious mind. When you even close your mouth, you can eat because your subconscious mind has been programmed to know where your mouth is. So the subconscious mind is a very powerful weapon. That's why by the end, you'll be able to learn how all the ideas that you basically need to be able to stimulate it. So I'm still on the reading. When you read, your mind gets stimulated and is able to absorb different new ideas, and it will be able to bring out what you are looking for. Okay, so we'll go to the fourth one. The fourth one, you have to travel occasionally. When you move into a new environment, your brain gets stimulated. Your brain gets stimulated when it sees something it hasn't seen before. Especially when you move, you travel once in a while, travel to cities or different areas. Travel to at least spend some nights in some hotel just to observe the environment. Visit areas, resort centers, recreational centers. Visit big cities. Go to areas you have never gone before. Learn to interact and see things you have never seen before. When you travel and as your mind sees things you have never seen before, you get stimulated and you're able to come up with creative ideas. So that is one of the things. So that's the fourth one. The fifth one is music or motivational preaching. It could be preaching, it could be motivational messages, or it could be music. It also stimulates your mind. You see, when you listen to songs, sometimes, especially when the weather is serene, you're at a very quiet environment and you listen to songs especially, you see that your mind is able to concentrate. Your mind is able to become more innovative. Your mind is able to become more creative. And as I have been using this one in a particular way, how do I use it? When I am sleeping, I listen to preaching, motivational messages, and then to songs. As I listen to those songs, most of the time, you see, when you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is very receptive. So the songs are able to really enter your subconscious mind and induce you to be creative. So the subconscious mind doesn't actually sleep. When you are sleeping, your subconscious mind is awake. That's why when something touches you or when you are hit by a danger, you wake up. So the subconscious mind doesn't sleep. So as I am sleeping, my subconscious mind is listening. That's why most of the life-changing ideas I have discovered, I was sleeping, discovered them in the sleep and woke up. Sometimes when I have a problem I cannot solve, I think over it for a long time. I leave it to the subconscious mind. When I sleep and I wake up, the idea, I get a solution to it. Or sometimes I can be sleeping and a particular message will be preaching. And I will get up midnight. I will just be sleeping. When the message touches me so much, I will wake up and then a new idea will come all of a sudden. I tell you, when you put some of these ideas in practice, you are going to really learn a lot. I have a book, the power, the Achieving Your Greatest Dreams. There is a chapter in it, The Secret Power of Your Subconscious Mind. I have outlined a lot of details in that book, and I will leave the link in the description for you to go through. If you are interested, you can purchase a copy. So if you follow some of these steps I have recommended, this video really helped you and your life will change. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, remember to share it and subscribe to this channel.